This is just Bob Bowman, and I'm coming at you with another video. And before I get into the topic, I want to say that I feel a little bit better. I am still recovering from the car accident that happened almost a month ago. I've been going back to the gym the past couple of weeks. It's been difficult. I felt like I lost uh, some strength and some energy, but I'm getting myself back into the routine. I walked to the gym today, but it was closed. And I walked back and I felt good because at least I got outside. And I did some exercise, even though it's low cardio, that's still considered cardio walking. And I got a chance to go outside, get a breath of fresh air, feel the nice cool breeze because we're at the end of summer and I'm still in the Chicagoland area. But the topic of today, of what I want to talk about, is it's not where you're from, it's where you're at. And this is to piggyback off the last video that I did. And this one, I want to be a little bit more mellow and a little bit more introspective and reflective of what it is that I've been through and where it is that I'm at now. Now, the last video, I talked about certain experiences that I had. I grew up in the inner city. I made plenty of mistakes in my life, but one thing that I'm learning how to do is to be grateful for where I am currently. Now, yeah, it's true that I grew up in the inner city. I didn't have a lot of money. I was stereotyped real harshly because I was in that situation and looking the way that I do. I stood out like a sore thumb. Unfortunately, this is just the way that the Most High chose for things to go in my life, and sometimes it's out of my control. But instead of looking at it as a bad thing, one thing that it has helped me to understand other people's plights, where I'm not too judgmental on them. Like, yes, I am judgmental on everybody because we all judge. And even though some people say that we're not supposed to judge, it's a damn book in the Bible called the Book of Judges. So that means that, hey, we do judge each other. And it is normal, it's natural. And so, with that being said, me going through certain experiences, I do have a level of empathy. I'm not as gullible as I used to be, to where allow that empathy to allow me to be used by those people, but I do understand their plights. And I understand that I made some good decisions recently to pull myself up from that plight that I was in. And I don't have to continuously drag myself down and beat myself up due to the situation that I was born in, due to the bad decisions that I made, because for one, I took accountability for it. I suffered the consequences for some, and some of these consequences I still have to deal with even to this day. However, it's not as bad as when I initially suffered for those consequences. And I've learned and I've matured, and I became a better person because of those experiences. So I'm not ashamed of my background. I'm not ashamed that it may take me longer to get my point across than most people, because they don't know what I had to go through. How I had to go through being embarrassed about my speech pattern, and also having people that were in authoritative positions to me do their best to just make me be quiet and docile. But I had to overcome that, and I had to embrace who I am as a person and to be comfortable with who I am as a person. And I'm thankful that I'm at this point to where I'm comfortable, to where I can talk and speak freely and express myself the way that I do. And I don't have to constantly look back and be like, man, but I used to be this way and I used to be that way. Like, does it matter at this point? No, it doesn't, because I've learned. And, it's kind of like me. I went to the gym today and it was closed. Hey, there's nothing that I can do about it. Only thing that I can do is be grateful that I was able to go outside and walk and enjoy the breeze and come home. Like, I understand that we have a lot of pressures on ourselves and to look a certain way, to act a certain way, to be a certain way. But I'm getting to this point to where I understand that it's a lot of things that's out of our control. It's things that we can work on and we can improve and we can fix. And there's no excuse not to work on and improve and fix on those things. But the things that we cannot fix or we cannot change overnight, we just have to show grace to ourselves, especially if we making an effort to making improvements, and be thankful for the small improvements that we are making, because it's not about where we're from, is where we're at. Like, I could say that I used to be lazy and I didn't want to work out. But now I'm at the point to where I am working out. Even though I don't look the way that I would like to look. And as a matter of fact, I've been way smaller and way more athletic when I was younger. But at the same time, I can't constantly think about, oh, I wish I was at that point again, because for one, it's in the past and it's nothing I can do to get myself to that point again. And I was much younger. But as I'm older, I'm like, shoot, I'm way stronger than what I used to be back at that time. And I'd rather be much stronger than have all that other stuff and be weak as far as being able to lift weights and stuff like that, because I've always liked to lift weights. So I'm appreciative to where I'm at currently as far as my weightlifting ability, even though I had the car accident. And that car accident really just brought out this understanding in me that, yeah, it hurt me. It took me time to recover. But one thing is that I'm still alive. I've been through two car accidents in 1 year, but I'm still alive. I'm still able to function. I'm still able to move around. There's people that died after one car accident. But here I am, two car accidents and 1 year later. I'm still here. I'm still able to walk around, still able to function, still able to take care of myself. And instead of being afraid of what about the next accident, just be thankful that I survived two of them and that I'm okay. One vehicle I was able to get repaired and taken care of. The other one I couldn't. It got totaled. Hey, things happen. And it's nothing that I should be ashamed about or embarrassed about anymore. Any of the past mistakes that I've made, because I've learned from them. And as a matter of fact, I'm at this point to where um, I understand that not everybody is going to rock with me the way that I think that they should rock with me. And vice versa. There's some people that think that I should rock with them more than what I do. But it is what it is. Not everybody is meant to be in my life like that. And that's the level of maturity that I'm starting to get to. And I'm at that maturity level where I'm learning how to accept it. I'm learning how to give people space that want to have space. And then I'm learning how to set boundaries against those that think that they can push against my boundaries. And sometimes it can be lonely, but hey, that's a part of life. And this is a part of me developing who it is that I am as a person, because this is where I'm at currently. And I'm also at the point to where, like, I've read the Bible and I know what it says and I know what it says that we should do. But I'm at this point to where I'm giving grace to myself for not living up to every single detail that the Bible tells us to live up to. Especially if I'm making an effort, if I'm not hurting anybody intentionally, harming anybody intentionally, I'm trying to be my best to be a law abiding citizen. Um, like, and I give reverence to God. I mean, that's all I can really do at this point. Like, and I understand how some people say you need to wear fringes and you don't need to be doing anything on Friday nights through Saturday nights. You don't need to be cooking anything, blah, 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 yada, yada. But we have to live in reality. And reality states that if you're working and if you're trying to build yourself up, you're not going to be able to live everything how the Bible says that we should live, because it's unrealistic in this current society that we live in. And I know that there are some people say, "Oh, that's just an excuse," but that's how you want to look at it, and that's okay if you look at it that way. But you cannot dictate to me how I look at it, and I look at it much differently than you do. I know that some people say, "Oh, you shouldn't even line up your beard and all that." But I have a professional job where I have to look somewhat professional in. And like the saying says, when in Rome, do what the Romans do. That's what I'm going to do, because I'm trying to move up to another level. And that's not saying that I'm just going to totally just, sell out and, do things the way that everybody that's in power and position want me to do, because I got to be true to myself as well, even though I know I got to fall under certain guidelines to be okay. So yeah, it's a balancing act, but I'm learning it, and I'm learning that I need to be thankful and to accept exactly what's going on with my life currently, because it could be much worse. Like, yes, I don't have a lot of money. Yes, I don't have a lot of friends. No, I don't have a lot of people that's giving me support. As a matter of fact, there are some people that's pulling away from me, and I have to allow them to pull away from me just so I can grow as a person and mature. And it's okay. It's a part of life. This is a part of manhood. And I'm still listening to other people and their point of views. As a matter of fact, my next video, I'm going to talk about the power of walking away. But with that being said, this is just Bob Bowman. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you feel like hitting me up with a Cash App, it's going to be in the description. And I'm out.